Hello, good day to you there. It's another session of Git IO's tutoring, and I am your tutor, Q Joshua. Today, we're going to be getting started with IPFS and everything that revolves around IPFS. First off, we would like to know what IPFS is. Now, IPFS simply means Interplanetary File System. Now, it's essentially a file system that allows you to store files and track versions over time, much like Git, keep track of them on a distributed network, somewhat like BitTorrent. Now that you understand that, getting started with IPFS is the beginner's guide to understanding and utilizing the IPFS. From the foundational concepts of decentralized storage to hands-on experiences with platforms like Pinata and Protoschool, this course is your gateway to the decentralized web. Now, what you're going to learn right now in here is basically a deep dive to the world of IPFS and decentralized storage, which offers a range of comprehensive introduction, practical applications, and tools that harness the power of the decentralized web. You're going to learn here the foundational concepts, the IPFS in-depth, the practical experience with Protoschool, navigating Pinata, IPFS gateways, and the last but not least, the importance of pinning, which enables you to ensure your content's longevity on the IPFS network throughout the pinning and the online pinning services. So let's get started together. Right here, right now, is your introduction to decentralized storage. Storing your digital stuff has come a long way over the past couple of years, but two things stay the same, or two rules remain the same in scene: centralized and decentralized. There are two main ways of storing things digitally. As for the centralized aspects, imagine a giant library or a company holding all the books, which are your data. It's easy to find what you need, but if the library shuts down, your books are gone. Let's take a look at the centralized format. Now imagine a town where everyone shares books. No single location holds everything, making it harder for anyone to control or lose it all at once. Now, why decentralized is always cool. Sharing your data across many places instead of just one place comes with awesome benefits, such as no censorship, you're always available, or they are always available. It's harder to hack, and it's basically trustworthy because technology often checks your data to make sure it hasn't been changed by keeping it accurate and reliable. Are you ready to own your own digital life? Well, decentralized storage might just be the key for you. This comes to the conclusion of the lesson one, the introduction. Heading over to lesson two right now. Lesson two is exploring IPFS with Protoschool. We need to know the problem first off. Our current web relies on centralized servers, making data vulnerable to outages, censorship, and control. IPFS is there to rescue. This revolutionary system stores data across a network of computers, not just one server, and here is how it works. There is unique IDs, making each piece of data get much more unique by fingerprint, ensuring authenticity and making it accessible no matter where it is being stored. There is a utilization of decentralized storage where data isn't locked in one place. There is linked blocks where it can be explained as a family for your data. Now, this structure keeps everything organized and much more verifiable. There is peer-to-peer where everyone in the network can share and access data directly, making it faster and more efficient. Now, what are the key features? There is the content-based addressing. Let me explain this. Find data based on what is, not where it is stored. Now, a couple of slides will be popping out, so you just observe what I'm saying. There is the Miracle DAGs, a clever way to organize and link your data blocks for integrity and much more efficiency. There is distributed hash tables, like a giant address book, helps you to locate data anywhere on this network. There is also BitSwap protocol, which enables nodes to share data efficiently, similar to borrowing from friends. How easy is it to preserve data? While decentralized, IPFS needs to help keeping important data from being erased. That is where pinning comes into play. Now, users can mark essential data as do not delete, ensuring it stays accessible. Now, one thing you need to know overall is that IPFS offers a groundbreaking way for you to store and share data securely and openly. It's like having a community library where everyone contributes and benefits at the same time. Heading over to lesson 3. Uploading and retrieving data with Pinata. Pinata is a cloud-based platform dedicated to making IPFS intuitive and much more accessible. Pinata makes work with IPFS easy, even for beginners. Imagine a user-friendly bridge between traditional web and exciting world of IPFS. Uploading your stuff is easy as up to just 3 steps. Step 1, sign up for a free Pinata account. Step 2, drag and drop your files onto the platform. Step 3, Pinata gives each file a unique ID or CID for easy retrieval and sharing. That's it. Now, how to access and share your content. You can view your uploaded files directly on Pinata's dashboard. Share the CIDs with anyone online. They can access your data using any IPFS compatible tool. Now, this drives you to the question of how do you keep your data safe? In IPFS, unused data might get cleaned up to save space. It's perfectly normal. But pinning tells Pinata to keep your data available even if you don't access it often. Now, what are some bonus features of Pinata? You can add details to your files for better organizations. Developers can use Pinata's API to connect IPFS to their apps. You can track how people access your data with Pinata's analytics. You can get ready to explore everything around the decentralized storage. Pinata is basically there for you and it's your key right now. Bringing us to the final lesson, lesson 4 of getting conversant with decentralized storages. We have here IPFS gateways and public interfaces. Now, the gap between decentralized and traditional storages can be explained like this. When you enter IPFS gateways, these actions sort of act like bridges, fetching content from IPFS and serving it through familiar HTTPs accessible like any website that you may know. You just need the content's ID or CID and plug into a gateway address. It's that simple. Now, popular gateways like IPFS.io is common, but many others exist with different features. You can choose one or even set up your own for more control. Keeping your data findable is one key aspect that you need to have in mind. Now, uploading to IPFS doesn't guarantee it is always there. There or that is where pinning services come into play, like I explained over in lesson 3. Platforms like Pinata offer these pinnings, but dedicated services focus solely on making your data stay accessible even if you go offline. Popular opinions include Pinata, Eternum, and Tempora. Now, you might have heard of Filecoin for decentralized storage. It is an economic engine also. Now, this marketplace lets people earn by providing storage, while others pay to use this storage. Now, this incentivizes data resilience and availability, supporting IPFS and a much more decentralized web. Now, I hope that with everything we have seen so far, you have been able to get conversant with IPFS and the whole world revolving around the decentralized web and storage. For more things, you could check the description of this video. I'll see you in another lesson.